Welcome everybody to this exclusive 30-minute online session with our partner brand, ECOHEADS, featuring their pod coloring system. And it's a system that every stylist needs. Presented by Beau Walker, who is the International Sales Manager. And we have Greg Candlish from Queensland. And it is a public holiday there. So thank you so much. Your love has not gone unnoticed. He is the Ozdare Educator for Queensland. So I will now pass the mic to the two guys, Beau and Greg, to start the session for you. Take it away, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marmy. Hello, community. It's really exciting to be here with you again. And today what we're going to do is keep this short, sharp, and sweet. I know that, nearly 90% of our salons out there are very aware and are very across the ECOHEADS. And what we're going to be talking today about is more about the ECOHEADS system and how it leads into POD. Because the real hero in this system is the system itself. And I think a lot of people overlooked it. And what I'm going to do today is present what exactly this will do, not only for your salon, your clients, but also your work. Because what we're using is clean water, as you get from the shower head. So we start with that, with the cleanest products that you can put through that are delivered and activated with water. That's going to give you the cleanest canvas for whatever you put on next, whether it's your semis, demis, your keratins, your treatments, and give you the cleanest results. So when we talk about clean and really preparing that hair, this system is unlike anything, and it's really started to take off, and we've had some big players jump on board. So I just wanted to present it to all of our indies, and I'll get straight into it and start presenting. So if I go like this, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Marmy, just give me a heads up. You can see this. Can't hear, so I'll take that as a yes.
That is a yes, sorry.
Okay, perfect. So guys, the ECOHEADS, jump straight past that. The ECOHEADS system. So our mission is to be the best decision every day for the salon professional, their business, and their clients. ECOHEADS is innovation with purpose, smart solutions for both the hair industry and the planet. That's been our mission from day dot. And like we say, we don't want to do anything that isn't innovation with purpose. So the evolution of the ECOHEADS. So what started as a simple idea to reduce hard water about 10 years ago has now evolved into a behavior-changing phenomenon, transforming how color and treatments are delivered and activated in salons. So we've taken all the technology that you see here, and by the way, this is the 6th version of the shower head that's come through. And what we've done is we've taken that innovation of the trusted shower head and developed a new category of game-changing products that is the ECOHEADS system. What's really great about this, guys, is 2 things. So before I even jumped on board with the ECOHEADS and the POD system about a year ago now, I was actually on my way out of the hair industry. And the reason why for me was purely because of the rise of the Adore Beauties and the Amazons. I know that the retail business was getting really, really tough for us because most people are sitting there on a Black Friday and they are purchasing online. So I know that we are trying to combat that. And we've got great companies that are getting innovative, like the Hustle app, that are allowing you to go straight direct to them so your clients do that. Same with ECOHEADS. So it's all about driving clients back to the salon. So what we're doing is we're creating a result. We're not actually selling a product at all. We're actually selling our salons a system that, when used in conjunction with whatever they're using in their salon, the results can't be mimicked. And best of all, they can't buy it online, which means the clients want to come back to your salon, because most of our clients now that have been using this system have turned around and said, "What did you do last time to my hair?" It's been absolutely unbelievable to get that feedback. So adding revenue to business owners through value-add services, elevating performance and outcomes for their clients. Now, a couple of things here that are really interesting. So the global hair color market value. So it's going from 25 to 42 billion in the next few years, which is interesting. We always look to the US just to see what's happening there. But the one I really want to hone in with you guys is the fastest growing market segment. So recent trends indicate a significant increase in consumer demand for natural and organic hair color products, driven by heightened awareness of health and environmental concerns. Now, there's a few BBC articles and NBC things going on at the moment that people are definitely becoming more aware of this. So know your water. I think there's a lot of brands out there, especially the ones that Ozdare have done with K18 and Malibu C. And I know that there's Metal Detox out there. They've done a great job with a lot of our clients like yourselves and your clients out there to really know what hard water is. And if you start talking to people, they're becoming more and more educated about what hard water is. And we can tell you that 85% of Australia is classified as having hard water, especially in regions like Perth, Adelaide, and much of Western Australia. So this is something that we know is definitely creating an effect on the hair. Now, how minerals attach to your hair? As we know, hair is a negative neutral, and when we wash it, it opens it up, it becomes more porous, and that's what really starts driving in those minerals, that chlorine and things to the hair. And the biggest, most specific ones that they attack would be the iron, the copper, and the chlorine, making the hair feel rough and a little bit porous. So how the system works. So basically what we know is the result of any stylist or any color result or any styling service that we're doing, totally, and when I say totally, I mean 100% depends on the canvas that stylist has to work with. And I think that's no secret, and everyone knows this, right? So what we have with this system is the following. First, it all starts with the hardware, right? So if we speak about water and we talk to people about what the water is like and how we know that how toners are taking longer to last and how we know that there's more and more build up because water's being more and more treated through these plants. We're getting more and more chlorine in there. It all starts with the shower head X. Now, the shower head X not only reduces hard water by 40%, which is awesome, it also saves up to 65% on water. But even as a business decision, when you're going through clients, I know that a normal shower head will use 60 litres of water and take 6 minutes of time, whereas the EcoHead shower head X will take 2 minutes of time and use 11 litres of water. So per 15 heads of color, which we know is your biggest business, you're going to save an hour of time. So just the shower head and the hardware on its own is an absolute game-changing product that we have, and it's been loved for years and years. So when we talk about the system, what we have, and I'm not sure, Marmy, can you see me? Because I can't see anyone else.
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So what we have is the shower head. And the next part is the adapter, which I've put onto this. Now, the adapter will fit onto any shower head from 2018 and onwards. Now, what that does is it sets up the system for POD. Next, we have the shield, which shuts cuticle. Prep will open it up evenly. Then once you shut that hair down and open it up evenly, anything, and I mean anything that comes next, your semis, your demis, your toners, your treatments, your coloring hair extensions, your permanent tints, your keratins will get better uptake on an evenly hydrated, clean canvas that will give you a longer lasting, cleaner result, guaranteed. And it's been super, super interesting to see how people have taken this and really ran with it. And then finally, we put the sealer on, and we put that on for 5 minutes and leave it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pass over to Greg, who has been using this system really well. He loves it when I show this slide, because this slide, he's like, bro, just go to this slide. This is what hairdressers want to see. You'll hear he's got a Scottish accent, but I'm going to get him to talk you through exactly what's going on and the process. So Greg, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, thanks, Beau. So yes, as we can see on the screen with the, they're not Dyson attachments. That's what we get all the time, every time we look at them. But these are, what I love about these is this is showing each step of the system. So as we can see, the first one on the slide is your average hair, what it's looking like. So what we can see is that the cuticles, some are closed more than others, a bit unevenly. And then the next one, what the shield does is the shield actually has active of pH level 2.8. And what that's doing is that's actually closing down the cuticle evenly. Now, I know that sounds a bit bizarre for a lot of colorists and hairdressers because we get taught you've got to open the cuticle to allow everything in. But what this new innovation of product is, and what I find truly beautiful and amazing is that shield's going to close it all evenly to then onto the next one to allow the prep tablet to open it up evenly. So then what that will result in is that your color work's going to be even, your hair's going to feel so much more softer and even from roots to ends. And we can see on the second last one there, the color molecules going in. And then once you've done your toner or your any other color system, then the last one there with the beautiful product of sealer itself, closing the cuticle again evenly, and again it's on an acidic pH, and that's keeping that color locked in. So the client, you can confidently, as a hairdresser, give that longevity and softness to your client.
So just on that as well, guys, the steps are, when someone comes in, we shampoo their hair as normal. Now, the reason we didn't create a shampoo is because you've probably got a great one. So if they've got dirty hair, just like normal, you shampoo, and it's just shield, prep, sealer. That's it. It's that simple, and it can be integrated into everything. So shield shuts everything down. Prep will open everything up. The fourth step, you can either put a demi, a semi, a keratin, your treatments in there, and then we seal it. However, just using this system on its own without any product except the shield prep sealer is phenomenal. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of exactly what it looks like. So just bear with me. All right, Greg, this is your client, so you can talk through this one.
So, as we said at the beginning, I am based in Queensland, which is the second worst, hardest water in Australia. And this particular lady on the screen was a hairdresser. I just walked in to see that the shower had fitted her basin. And this started talking about the system and showing her. And this lady was that client, and she's thought that it was all a gimmick and, oh, yeah, they're just trying to sell a product, yada, yada, which I got. So I just stopped talking. I said, right, you're my model. I'm going to prove you wrong. So this is her hair before. Now, all we did in this instance was I used K18 detox shampoo just to give it that cleanse. And then I went in and did my shield application, then went in with my prep tablet, and then I just went in with sealer. So it was just the system, just the 3-part system. So shampoo, then sealer, shield, prep, sealer, and this was the end result. No color, there was no foil work done in between. And this girl, at the end, when she was blow drying her hair, I could see that she was gobsmacked. She didn't know what to say.
That's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, and this girl was based in Townsville. So in Townsville, you know, like they do have a lot of hard water. And this is where their clients are always coming back saying, oh, my blondes aren't lasting, or my color's looking flat. It just doesn't, I don't have the longevity, you know, and that's actually quite normal throughout the whole of Australia. Certain parts will be different, of course. But like Beau said, the main thing is that EcoHead tap itself, and then using the system in between. And to me, like, when I worked in salon full time, my clients were always coming back, and you know, we're trying to get them in to be a refresher, and we want them to refresh, but they never want to do because of timing or cost. Whereas this system will give them that refresh.
Now, guys, this is quite an extreme transformation that you're going to see with the exact same thing: shield prep sealer. Now, I'm a surfy guy from Byron Bay. I am not a hairdresser. And what you're about to see, I did in 6 minutes. Obviously, with the blow dry, it was longer. But the reason why I'm pointing this out is because this is how quickly it works, and anyone can do it, especially if you do end up getting like an apprentice in there. I know a lot of you are indies, but if you do have someone that you need to help you out, from start to finish, this was like 6 to 8 minutes to do. So just shampooed, shield the hair to shut it all down. Once you put the shield on, it's instant, right? And I liken it to like lemon juice. It's very acidic. It's almost got that the same acidic level as like a lemon juice, and that shuts hair down. Then I put the prep in straight over the top, and you use it almost like a brush. The shower head becomes a brush. Literally, I was just watching it going, oh my gosh, I could see it cleaning out in front of my eyes. Put the sealer on for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we blow dried. That was the end result. Now, people lose their minds when they see that, because what she had was huge buildup of purple shampoo. She'd been using every product under the sun. I actually laughed because her staff member said she's banned from purple shampoo. Now, that's an extreme result, but it just goes to show, I said to her, if you're going to put your color on your hair, right, and you'll get a pretty good result. But if you're going to put your color on your hair after cleaning it out, you're going to get better uptake. You've got a cleaner canvas. The porosity is even. Plus, you're going to get longevity in that magazine shine. So that, I just wanted to show you guys exactly how the system works before we even talk about the tone pods, because obviously you guys would have seen a lot of this coming through, and I'll just play it right now.
Sorry, there's no audio, but so maybe if there's any talking, Beau.
There's no
Is it just
audio.
music?
Oh, okay, that's all right. Well, it's just music. There's no talking.
Okay. Wow.
It's just got an upbeat, jazzy music for those that can't hear it. It's obviously blaring through my earphones, but there is no talking. I will talk you through it just shortly.
So good.
So, guys, that slide that I talked about at the very start, right? The fastest growing market segment, and people are looking for natural and the most organic colors out there. What's not in POD? It's ammonia, MEA, DEA, PPD, PDT free. There is no developer. It's cruelty free. It's vegan and sulfate free. It is one of the cleanest colors, if not the cleanest color out there at the moment. Now, most colors on the marketplace have anywhere between 5 to 7% active ingredient. I know that things like the new Kevin Murphy Code or O&M, Davines, there's some brands out there that have about 13 to 17% active ingredient. The little pod that you see that we put in the taps has up to 96% active ingredient. And even the prep that we use is 99% active ingredient effective. So it is so clean to the point that I literally have done my kids' hair in the bathroom while they're sitting in a bath and they're like, look at me, I'm a mermaid. That's how clean the actual product is. Now, the shades. When we show you the shades, what I don't see is colors and I don't see tones. These are just tools. Think about your scissor pouch and different scissors you would use to cut different hair or different clippers you would use. These are just literally tools that you would pull out of your toolkit to help you out with different things that you need at the time. So let me give you an example. Just say you're running behind and you've got a client that's running behind and you're about to turn it from blonde to brunette. What do we need to do? Well, we usually need to fill that client. So what do we normally do? We would normally shampoo the hair. We would dry it off. We would mix up our filler. We would put it on. We would wait for it to process. We'd then pull it off. We'd then mix up another bowl of our desired result, put it on, wait for it to process, and off you go. Or now what I could do is shield, prep, use a medium copper blonde, for example, and I've filled her in 3.5 minutes. Done. And then I use my Weller or my Goldwell or my O&M or my Kevin Murphy over the top. It's a tool. You might be back to back to back with blow dries and someone's like, oh gosh, I wish I could just do a quick restore and refresh of my color, right? Well, now you can, because if you're blow drying them anyway, for an extra 3.5 to 5 minutes on that service, I can just quickly pop in a pod, bang, refreshed. It's a tool. You might find that you've got someone with dark hair and they're throwing a lot of warmth and they just need to counteract that warmth. Well, I could use maybe an aquamarine or a tiny bit of the teal green, counteract that warmth out. It's a tool. So basically, what people were thinking was that obviously, yes, the tones are exciting and they're very progressive and it's super innovative and super purposeful. But the hero is the system, and this is an extension of that. And these POD tones will allow you to do things in a time frame that was never achievable before. From start to finish with this is 12 minutes, and the tone component of it takes 3.5 minutes. So just to reiterate, we use the shower head, we then shampoo the hair, we shield, we prep, anything that comes next. So your demi, your semi, this tone POD, a keratin, then we seal. That is the system, and the tones are just an extension of that. We've got some salons that literally use 3 of these tones. We've got some that use 5. It's there for an extension of whatever you need to do to make your life easier. Now, I'll let Greg just explain how he's found using these tones as well, and then we'll start wrapping up.
Yeah, thanks, Beau. So again, those great tools that Beau has just talked about, which is fantastic, but also as well what I found out in the market and what I've been teaching the salons that I look after is that I firstly ask them, what is your base and balayage, your tip outs, your clean outs, whatever it is that you're calling it. And it's taken people in salon about an extra 45 minutes to an hour and all that extra product of lightening and developer. Whereas what the pictures that you saw before of the ladies that were done, that this system can be done after you've done your lightening work. Then you shampoo that off, do the shield, do the prep, then do your toning product, then do your sealer. And what that will do is then that will take out that whole time. That's only an extra maximum 6 minutes of that base and balayage, clean out, tip out, etc., whatever you call it. But you can still charge the same price. So it's cutting it all down. And not just that, the whole system itself is a treatment. So rather than adding, more lightener and developer onto already compromised integrity of hair, then you're actually making it a lot more gentler, softer, and treating at the same time. But then that will make the colors last longer and get that more vibrancy or longevity out of the product.
Yeah, awesome. And good point there, Greg. Guys, this will help prevent breakage for up to 60%. So exactly what Greg was saying was spot on, because now, especially when you look at some of that hair that's super compromised and clients will push you for what they want. Now you've got that option to do it in such a gentle way, because the way we lift hair, our developer is clean water, and it's packed full of arginine, and that's the component that lifts it up, lifts that cuticle, but also makes it soft and sort of tones and treats it. So that's like a very unique feature in its own. Now, I know that we've got only about a minute or two left, so I just want to show you all and fill you in of where we're headed, which is really exciting. And I think that one of the most important things is, I know when I'm investing in a brand, it's also trying to figure out, okay, what's their end game? Where are they headed with this? So one of the things I'm about to show you now is the thing that most excited me about this brand. We have been working on this for the last 5 years, and it looks like it's going to come out at the start of next year or the middle of next year. And that is this home use shower head. So everything the shower head X does, this home use shower head will do as well. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because that's what's important to us as well. Clean water. We are all about clean water, using the cleanest products so we can have the cleanest canvases in the market, which we know will give us the most clean result that will be longer lasting. And so when they do go home, we want to be able to offer, and even through you guys, a shower head experience that's going to keep their hair clean as well at home. Because there's nothing worse than when they go home and they start using, their pipes are filled with copper and old pipes, and it just goes through, especially with our blondes, and you just see it's starting to go dull again. So this is really exciting, because once they all start going into the homes and everywhere around the country, of course, we're going to be marketing to tell them to come to your salons as well. And make sure you always check out an EcoHead salon and ask for the system. So with that said, what I will do is, let me just go back over here. I'll stop presenting for a second. Cool. Now, I know that we've got about 3 to 4 minutes left, so I'm just going to open it up. Is there anyone, and I can see Jill's jumped on as well, and Chris, are there any questions you would like to ask, or was it pretty self-explanatory?
I have one question.
Yes.
What's one strategic move salons can make after introducing pod immediately to boost their profit?
Okay, so just so you guys know, with the POD system, it will cost anywhere between sort of $7 to $10 just to apply everything in it, right? And just so you guys know, we also have more extensions of that system. So the prep that I have here, we will have one that's a collating prep. We will have one that's a violet prep, and we have obviously our normal prep. So what a lot of my salons have done is they've just started integrating the system with their toners, and people are noticing the difference. They're getting longevity, and so they've just increased their prices that way through their color work. That's one way people have done it. Other people are charging per product, but I'll give you an example. I said to a salon of mine that's an independent user, I said, and she's a brunette specialist, by the way, and her name's Anna Haldane. If you haven't seen her, go and have a look.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's awesome. And I said to her, can you just use the system alongside all your work and don't tell your clients and just see what happens? And she said, everyone came back and said, what did you do to my hair? And I said, really? And she goes, it lasted longer, it had better uptake, and she had way longer shine as well. And every client by a landslide said that. And this is in Western Australia with the dirtiest water there is in the country. So she increased her prices anywhere between 30 to 40% on her on her color work. Now that's an extreme case, by the way, much every client's coming in and buying it through there. Now, other salons are happy just to use the system and cover their own costs because they're getting better work and word of mouth from that. So they're seeing themselves get more clients come in, which is great. I've got other salons that use the system integrated with just their blow dryers as well. And they're seeing the shine and the longevity. So the thing is, there is no cookie cutter approach on how you want to go about using the system. And it depends on your work. But what I can tell you is it is definitely a game changer. You'll notice it straight away. And more importantly, so will your clients. And so when you can get better hair, and as Greg likes to say, if you can get a magazine shot glossy shine finish by using something, who doesn't want that?
Yeah. Chris, Jill, do you have any questions?
I'm still here. My battery's about to die, apparently, according to my laptop. I've got the ECOHEAD that my basin's not installed yet, but it's all ready to go. So do you find most people buy all the different shades, Beau? Do they keep all of them, or do they just pick and choose, or have you found
if I was you,
and, you know?
No. So it depends on the archetype of the salon. I've got some that the problem, and I'll be very honest with everyone on this, right? And people that are watching, the problem that POD did when they first started, they put all the vibrance through the shower head because it's a wow factor. People look at it and go, wow. And then people just thought it was just for people like Stevie English or people that do vibrant work.
Yeah.
But actually, we only sell minimal of those. Our blondes are phenomenal because blondes are our biggest business. The thing is, you don't see a massive, the extreme of like having blonde hair and then putting pink in. And so the where they shot themselves in the foot at first was they did it in a way that people didn't think it was commercial. Man, the way that it works commercially is phenomenal. Our blondes is crazy. If I was everyone on this call right now, what I would do is start with the system for a month. Just shield, prep, and sealer. Just shield, prep, sealer. Don't even worry about the tones first. Use your tones alongside it, right? Get used to the system. Get used to putting something in the shower head. Just get used to that culture change within yourself. Then, after a month or so, start experimenting with just one of the blondes. That's it. Just one of the shields and one of the blonde sleeves. So you get 5 little tablets come in one. And just a little tip for everyone out there. Chris, looking at your hair, it looks kind of fine. I could probably use half a pod on your hair.
Oh, that was my next question.
And then you can get creative and start squatching 2 pods together. But it's almost like you want to learn to walk before you can run, right?
Yeah.
And so just getting used to the system and all the great things it can do around it, I would integrate this into, I've got literally salons now that have integrated this into every single service that they do. And it's that easy. Shield, prep, sealer. Shield, prep, sealer. So shield, prep, whatever you would normally do, and then sealer has been a game changer. Where they need speed and when they decide, oh, I need this to, help me fill, bang, they can do that. Or you might do a color on top, right, that's blonde, and you're going to need your permanent color with whatever you use, right? But then the ends, right, the mid-lengths and ends, usually when we put blonde on blonde, it looks darker. What you could now do is rather than rinsing out with water, you might rinse out with a pod that's going to make the ends look lighter and brighter. So these are just different ways that you can integrate the system into whatever you need. But I would 100% start with the system to start with. Yeah.
Great.
Jill, I heard you saying something as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if the salons that you've had using this for a while, have you found that they aren't using semi-permanents to tone with anymore, or they're using far less and using this system to tone, especially blondes?
Instead of, no. So the thing is, people ask, is it like a semi? No. Is it like a demi? No. Is it like a Nutricolor cream of fabric? It's unlike anything. It is a micro color treatment delivered and activated by clean water. We've created our own category. You still need your semis. I do have some salons that do just tone with it, right? Don't get me wrong. I do have that like to refresh it. But what I also have every salon doing with their semis and with their demis is integrating the system. So they'll do shield, prep, your demi or your semi, and then they'll do sealer, and they are getting way better results. And every one of those salons is starting to increase their prices as well, even if it's a little or a lot, but just by integrating it, because they're getting better results, the clients are noticing it, and their hair's healthier and shinier. So it's like a win-win-win. Greg, is there anything you would add to this? Sorry, I know your camera's not working.
No, absolutely. Yeah, completely agree with that. And that's the beauty of the product itself, is that it's not taken away from that in-salon service that people are currently doing. It's like Beau has been saying, it's an extra tool in your tool belt. So yes, will salons maybe use less color potentially? Yeah, if they feel their client is more of a POD service, or they'd use it alongside their color. So it is, again, that extra tool that you can use in salon.
Okay. Do you do in salon demos or?
Yeah, the Ozdare educators can come out and do in salon demos.
Did you say, Greg, you're on the Sunshine Coast?
Oh no, so I'm in Brisbane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So up there in Sunshine Coast is Melissa.
Yep.
Who does do the Sunshine Coast, and I could get you in contact with her.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely. I'll get your details from Marmy, and then we will. We can organise that. I'll contact Mel.
Yeah, because I've got a shared space, so I've got a few salon independents that would like to have a look at it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think as well, the best thing is as well, Jill, with just the shield prep and sealer, that's what I was talking about, just getting used to the system to start with. You can absolutely go no wrong with it. Like like I was saying, I'm a surfer, I'm not color or tech. And knowing just that process as well, when it comes to the color component as well, like using the tones and knowing that, okay, we run it for 3.5 minutes. Absolutely. But we can definitely organize a demo up there for the guys to see it and get everyone around so you can see what the system does with, and then what it does with our tones, but what it does with your tones. And in fact, because of that, we decided to shoot like a massive content day just around that as well. So people could see this is what it's doing.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Now quickly, I know Chris's laptop's going to die in a minute. Thank you so much for people that have attended. I will be emailing you, so watch your inbox directly. Early access to a deal. Thank you so much for joining. And then at about 4 or 5 p.m, I'm going to release the deal to the rest of the community. So you guys will be the first to have access, and there is a limited quantity on that too. So first in, best dressed. Now, before you go, we've got something super exciting coming up. We have Joico, the next online session happening on Monday, the 15th of May at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And you just join the same way that you joined today. Obviously, the event page is in our Facebook group. I do my best to put it all out on socials. If you RSVP, I will remind you as well. And then obviously, if you can't make it, I will, like today, put the replay up on our YouTube channel as quickly as I can. And of course, our Facebook group. Now we have the incredible Katie Reeves. She's going to be joining Joico. Yes, she's the AHIA and AHFA winner and all-round styling queen. So she'll be jumping in and she'll be doing a hands-on demo at the end of her fave Joico products as well. So spots are limited. Please RSVP now and join us. And trust us, you want front row for this one. If that's everything from everybody, thank you, Beau, Greg, for doing this for our community today. Really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure seeing you guys. It's so great to see you all.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see what you guys do with this system.
Awesome.
Great.
Exciting. Thank you.
Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.